Having OCPD, we love rules, we love lists. And I think it's really, really important for us to have a set of defined rules that we live our lives by, especially if you deal with indecision. So here are three of the rules that I try to live by in my life and hold others to the same standard whenever I can in a healthy and productive way. Rule number one, and this is a saying, I think if you repeatedly say you're going to do something or you're not going to do something, yet you do it or don't do it, it makes you a liar. For instance, if I keep telling my wife every few weeks, I keep telling her, baby, I'm going to let's say take out the trash, even though I do it consistently. Let's say take out the trash. I tell her every few weeks I'm going to take out the trash. Yeah, I don't do it. Even if I'm not meaning to do it, I have become a liar. That is what I live by, and it has helped me so much in my life because it helps me hold myself accountable to my word. And what it also does is it makes me very, very cautious on giving my word. So I don't always say, yes, I will do something or yes, I will be here. Instead, I see, let me check or let me figure out my schedule and just see if it makes sense. You can also say no, but that is the number one thing. If you consistently don't follow through with words that you say, you are a liar. Number two, I have on here is I have a bunch of different ways to put it, but be a victor, not a victim. I don't believe in excuses. When people consistently make reasons for why they don't get things done, to me is BS. And I hold myself to this same standard. If I know that there's something on my list, for instance, my course. I've been working on this course for a while and I had not finished the course. I've had the videos ready and just have not uploaded it and haven't made it for sale. I've been BSing. There are no excuses that I can make that change anything. So to me, it's easier to just cut the excuses and just make changes going forward to not be a BSer. So one of the things I like to do is I use Jira. I think I talk a lot about Jira on my channel, so you can go and watch one of those videos. But Jira helps me a lot when it comes down to holding myself accountable and not letting myself have built-in excuses. If you ever want to see me manage my Jira board every single week, I do go live 3 times a week. I show you what I plan out for the entire week on Sundays. On Thursdays, we review how I've been going and then how everything's been going. And on Saturdays, you actually get to work with me. So it's really cool. And let me get down to my third rule that I have for myself. My third rule I have is play to your strengths. This is something that I do universally. If you are good at public speaking or communication, then that is something that you really need to use to your advantage. Ew, can I speak? I'm not good at communication right now, but it's something that you need to use to your advantage. There are many of times where people are having conflict issues simply because of lack of communication or poor communication. If you can refine and really improve that as a true strength, I think you open up many doors for you to sit in different rooms and get access to different things or even make money in different ways. So always play to your strengths. Now, how do you know what your strength is? They do have this Strengths Finders book, which I wound up doing that quiz before, and I'm trying to find my results, but I know one of them was individualization, another one was problem solving, and creativity. Wow, I remember three of them. But I use all three of these things in life every single day. My creativity, I'm always building something. Even the wall you see in the background, I built that with my hands. My OCPD brand and everything, I designed all of that. My website, video games, I'm always developing video games. And since I was young, I like to draw. So when I get into these bigger companies, I can use that creativity to create different experiences. I pair that with my other strength, which is the problem solving. So my creativity and problem solving together, it's a crazy duo. You get so many things accomplished, and it's a way for you to think outside of the box. What I wrote down here is I often ask people what my strengths are or why they hired me or why they wanted to work with me. And that is how I was able to find out that one of my strengths was my creative problem solving. They didn't hire me because of what I knew. They hired me because of my ability to learn based off of what we needed to get done. So I definitely use that. And one of my third strengths that I mentioned was the individualization. What I didn't know what that was, but when I looked into the book and found out, it was really talking about how you are able to connect with people on an individual level. So instead of having this broad relationship with everybody, or really just being isolated from folks, I have an ability to tap in to other individuals, find out what their strengths are, find out what makes them tick. And what I always been doing is a character book where I know people's traits and I can predict their behaviors based on it. So that is one of my strengths. So I use all of these things for my coaching, for helping individuals just one on one, giving advice. And you'd be surprised. I have a lot of folks come to me for advice that I didn't even know looked at me in that light, but they come to me because of those three things. They know I'm going to help them problem solve. Um, Not going to come up with BS excuses, not let them BS. I'm holding them accountable. And I'm going to just be empathetic at the same time so that we can make some progress in some capacity. So, yeah, I know that was a mouthful, but those are three rules that I live by. What I recommend you all do is try to find three rules that you can live by and really live by them. Hold yourself accountable. Even if you mess up from time to time, try your best to continue to take it seriously so that you can set a good foundation going forward in your life and you won't have so much indecision on decisions that you make. That being said, I want to tell you all that I do live stream 3 times a week. This is not a shorts channel. So if you want content like this, but in a deeper format, you must subscribe. I'm releasing videos every single week. I live stream 3 times a week, showing you how I get things planned, how I get things done. And then I also review myself and take notes on things I can do better. So you want to subscribe to this channel and turn the post notifications on. Do I have a pop-up for that? I think I do. Hold on now. Let me see. We got one. Do we got? You won't be able to see it on the screen on the short, but it's fine. But yeah, I want you to keep fighting for your life, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.